Hi, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good evening. Hi, Victoria. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. How are we doing? We were just having a discussion in the studio here about tomorrow. I don't know what's going on. Tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. Hi, 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 everyone. Hop in, hop in, hop in, hop in. It's good to see you guys. How are you doing? I'm looking for who take me out tomorrow. I want to eat lion head pepper soup. Mm. Good evening, Victoria. Olivia, Sandra, good evening. And everyone connected on YouTube, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hop in. Welcome, guys. I hope you're having an awesome week, and I hope your day went well. And if your day is still going, I hope it's going great. Welcome, people. Welcome, 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 welcome. Hi, Olivia, Sandra. Good evening. Ruthie Grace, good evening. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, people. Pastor Fubuwe, good evening. I celebrate you. Hey, good evening, Ruthie. How are you? Victoria, you're connecting from Doha. That is fantastic. Yes, Doha has become a very beautiful city. And I think in the Middle East, next to Dubai and Abu Dhabi, people are actually now doing Doha. Doha is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's fantastic. Make sure you bring some souvenirs from Doha. Okay, guys. Okay, I am doing great. Ruthie, I am doing great. Thank you for asking. Wow. So what are you doing in Doha? I mean, how are you enjoying it? Are you seeing places? Are you visiting? How are you catching the Doha fun? Seeing movies? What are you doing? ENP, welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. All right, guys. So, globetrotting, that is good. That's good. Go to Australia. All right. So today I will be doing the third part of the teaching faith, family, finance. In the first part, I talked about faith. In the second one, I talked about family. And now I am talking about finance. I'm going to keep it as simple as possible, but I bet you it's going to be some pieces of information that can help you make the most financially, especially at such a time as this. Okay. You visited the National Museum in Doha, Museum of Islamic Arts. Okay. Okay. Pearl Harbor. That's interesting. Saved. You've been advised to get a passport and buy tickets. Okay. All right, people. Finance. There are several principles that I have learned about finance. And like I said, I'm going to keep it very simple. I'll just share a few of these And if you think on them, I believe that they will be useful. You will find them very, very, very useful. I have learned that your learning will influence your earning. Your learning will influence your earning. And I'm going to add that make sure your learning is of, if you want to earn like big time, you want to earn in dollars, for example, from whatever city you're at. Now, you see, the world has become a global village, and you can literally earn in dollars from that village, from that town, somewhere in Ouagadougou, in wherever you are, from Obudu to Obanliku, wherever you are, Ogbomosho, you can earn in dollars, right? So number one, your learning will influence your earning. So you have learning, right? There are new things happening, there are new things emerging on the horizon, and you have to learn. You have to be on top of things that are emerging. There are arts, there are skills, there are things emerging, and you need to be on top of them. You need to be on top of them. There are new ways to do old stuff, right? Some things are getting outdated, so you want to make sure that your skills are updated, you're learning, you're exposing yourself to a wide wavelength of information. Read books, and it doesn't matter what you sell, even if it's akara that you sell. Read books. If I sold akara, I tell you I'll be a branded akara seller. I've said it a couple of times that if I sold corn, like roast corn, I will brand the business. I will make sure I get an equipment, very simple equipment that can roast the corn evenly and at a shorter time. Nobody needs to fan any flames. No. Okay, staff will be well dressed, will speak good, will look nice, and they will serve that corn and peer from the most decent and inspiring, place. So that's what makes the difference when your mind is educated. When you read, when you go for information, what you do reflects it. What you do reflects it. Your learning will influence your earning. Keep learning. Then I said, don't just learn, start thinking about earning big time. Think about how you can earn in dollars. I know a couple of people who work locally but earn in dollars. So you can earn in dollars, which means you're going to take your learning to where it has global relevance, global application. Right? So your learning has to be of global relevance. Do you have the skills that can enable you handle some jobs remotely to where you can be paid in dollars? What kinds of skills are needed to do certain kinds of jobs that can pay you in dollars? Don't be the last to wake up. Come on, wake up and smell the coffee. Wake up and smell the coffee. Don't be the last. Don't be the last. Wake up. Ask questions. Ask questions. I believe it was the book Why Ask Why I read many years ago, where John Mason said if you ask the right questions, you will get the right answers. Sometimes people don't get the right answers, not because they don't exist, but because they're really not asking the right questions. Sincerely, I believe a person is as intelligent as the quality of questions that he asks. A person is as intelligent as the quality of questions that he asks. So learn, and don't just learn in such a manner that you can have what is needed to people mentoring remotely, earning in dollars. There's so many jobs. There are so many jobs. There are things that you can do. Next, money flows into habits, money flows into lifestyles, money flows into priorities, money flows into appetites, money flows into choices. If you want to govern your money, you have to x-ray your lifestyle, x-ray your choices, x-ray your appetites, x-ray your priorities, and x-ray your appetites, right? You will never be able to handle money if you don't conquer yourself. You'll never be able to handle money if you can't conquer yourself. You have to be able to conquer yourself. There is the haste to prove a point to friends. There is a haste, to make people know that you have this and you have that. Look, the ability to not buy what you don't need uh, is a strong characteristic of maturity. The ability to not buy what you don't need is a strong characteristic of maturity. And listen, I usually say we can spoil ourselves, right? We can spoil ourselves, but don't use your primary income to spoil yourself. If you've labored, you've saved, and you've increased in certain dimensions, you can think of, yeah, just spoiling yourself, okay, as a reward. But when you carry your main money to buy the things you don't need, to impress people who are not even important at all, then that's a sign of immaturity. That's a sign of immaturity. Some other things that can help your money: planning. So planning will assign a task to money even before it comes. Planning will assign a task to money even before it comes into your hands. I also know very much that usually if you have a project going, then that by itself is a task assigned to your money. It is a task assigned to your money. And unless you're so very indisciplined, if you have a project, then there's already an opportunity for your money to have direction, right? There's an opportunity for your money to have direction. So you need to plan. If I have 1 million naira now, what am I going to do? If I had $10,000 right now, what am I going to do? If I had 10 million right now, what will I do? Don't have only 1 million and you start talking about vacation. My friend, sit down where you are. You're vacationing to where? Don't vacation until you now vacate. You even vacate the business. 1 million, that's your only money in this life. You're talking of vacation. And you're going to spend half of it, or you're going to spend the entire thing. Oh, I'm just tired of Lagos. I need to see the nation. So you go and buy a ticket to Port Harcourt, 110,000 or 120, depending on what time you buy and what airline, and then return ticket probably 90,000. You've spent 200,000, and then you're going to lodge in a hotel. You're going to try to hey, go back and sit down where you are. Think about how to multiply that money. But day will come when you can take a vacay. You can take a vacay and go right wherever you want, whether it's within the country or out of the country, whether you're going to Havana or you're going to New York or you're going to Toronto or Doha. All right, so plan for it. Number, whatever the next thing is, delay immediate gratification. And that's what I just explained. Delay immediate gratification. Don't be in a hurry to spend it now. Don't be in a hurry to buy that thing now. If that thing waits for 6 months, what's going to happen? If that thing waits for another 2 months before you purchase it, what's going to happen? People who spend it all never have extra to save. People who spend it all never have extra to save. The truth is that you have to develop an aggressive saving habit. Now, also save with a sense of vision, right? You're not just saving. You are saving so that you can think about what to do, to build capital. You're saving for something. There should be something for which you're saving. And if it's just a reserve account, and everybody should have a reserve account. A reserve account is you're not saving for capital. You're not saving for something in particular. You're saving just so you can build money in a certain account. So you have a business account. You have accounts for different things, designated for different things. But this one, you're saving as, just consider it to be your life savings. If you don't have that kind of account, well, you need to get one as soon as now. Plan for your money, delay immediate gratification, save. And I think nothing less than 20% of what you earn should go into savings. And of course, if you have a lot more, you can save a lot more. try and see how you can save at least 20% of all that you earn. This year, buy land. Real estate is the real investment. So yes, we might have many different things. We might invest in many different stuff. But like I say to people, buy land, buy land, buy land, buy land, buy land. One of my mentors said to me, he said, buy land as much as possible. He said, buy land wherever you find it and as much as possible. Buy land wherever you find it and as much as possible. It makes a lot of sense. He said, lack of space limits the expression of vision. I'll never forget those words from Bishop Abioye. Lack of space limits the expression of vision. Lack of space limits the expression of vision. It is very important to own land. I've said through the years that I do not believe that you are a stakeholder in a place if you don't own land in that place. Buy land. Now, generally speaking, for those who don't have a lot of cash yet, you can look at where the city is growing in, right? So you go to the town planning department and they usually have what's called a master plan, and they show you where the city is going to grow into. And that means that the government is going to make efforts to doing certain things that can influence development in those directions. Now, if the city is going to grow this way in the next years, the next 6 years, 7 years, I bet you right now there'll still be lands there that are quite cheap, relatively cheap. You can go on and start buying to keep. You can buy to keep. Just make sure they are proper lands, make sure they are well documented and they are encumbrance free. You can buy and keep. You see, that's a powerful form of savings, because in the next 5 years, the next 7 years, which you think is so long, but it's not as long as you think, the next 5 years, the next 7 years, when the city has actually grown into those areas, that land would have greatly increased in value, And if you sold just one of it at that time, you probably will be able to do a lot with it, developing another piece. So there are a lot of advantages in going on ahead to buy land, and land always appreciates in value. It always appreciates in value. So that's something you want to try to do. Buy land. There are many other things that are exciting. When you own land and it's just land covered by bush or grass, there's nothing to glory about, really, because there's nothing you carry around you physically that people can see and know that you made money. There are people who are in a hurry in the wrong direction. Go and buy land. And eventually, after people's cars have broken down, people's clothes have torn, and their shoes have worn out, your land will be there increasing in value. And if God blesses you to where you can both buy the land and have these other things, great. But I'm saying focus on the most important things first. Focus on the most important things first. Focus on the most important things first. Never let money send you on errands. Never let money send you on errands. Money is not a good master. It will mislead you and ruin you and destroy you. Okay, so money is better as a servant. Work, send it on errands. Send it on errands. Someone said many years ago, I don't remember who, but some wise teacher said that money takes on the state of heart of its possessor. That is very important. So your state of heart is very important, because money takes on the state of heart of its possessor. If the possessor of money is careless, money will do careless things. If the possessor of money is evil, money will sponsor evil. If the possessor of money is wise, somehow money will do good things, right? So one of the preparations for handling money is making sure you build value into yourself. Build value into yourself so that your thoughts and ideas and decisions are informed. They're informed decisions. I hope you learned something. Yeah, I hope you learned something. Alrighty. George's Glam. Good to have you here. Koda D, thank you for joining Honest Streams Church. Thank you for joining Edietush. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining, people. Famous cheeks. Famous cheeks. Okay. I want to be famous. That's okay. Joyful Ugoji, thanks for joining. And everyone who joined on YouTube, Victory Basi, Susan, thank you. Love and Life with the Full Ways, thank you, thank you for being here. And everybody else, and everybody else, and everybody else. Ebony T, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Victoria. Enjoy your vacay and enjoy Doha. All right, guys, I will catch up again. Oh, next Tuesday. Now I do not know because next Tuesday I will be in the air. I will be in the air. So, but of course, I'll see. Usually, most many international flights have Wi-Fi access. So I'll just purchase some Wi-Fi and see if I can touch base with everyone, even for a couple minutes. So